Welcome. If I could get everybody to please take their seat. I know that people are still out in the hallway. We do have closed circuit out there for any of you that need to stretch your legs. You won't miss anything. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming and thank our candidates, Judy Fader and Mike Turner. Thank you both very much for participating in this. What you don't know is that each of them gave up a complete evening to do a pre-debate interview with my students and spent the better part of 2.5 hours answering questions with a class of about 40 students. And that is where the research came from and how the questions were developed for this debate. I'd like to thank our moderator, Delegate David Poisson, and a special guest that we have this evening, Senator Mark Herring, who has to leave fairly shortly. I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Northern Virginia Community College, President Dr. Bob Templin, the Loudoun Campus Provost, Dr. Anthony Tard, and the Department Dean, Dr. Bev Blois, the Sterling Foundation, and Mr. Tony Barney. Tony, are you in here? There he is. Thank you very much. Old Dominion University, Ms. Linda Sheridan. Linda's over here. Minuteman Press, and the cable television program The Road 2 on Channel 10, Fairfax Cable, Public-Private Solutions, Inc., and the Tom Greason family. This, as you know, is a nonpartisan debate brought to you as a community service by the college and the co-sponsors. We have also invited Congressman Wolf and Mr. McKinley to debate. However, we were not able to set that up. We hope to bring you a debate in the fall with Congressman Wolf and the winner of the June 10th Democratic primary. We know that we're in the mix on the list. We're just not sure how high up on the list. As I stated, the questions for this debate were primarily developed and researched by students of American National Politics, PLS 135 and 136, and they also posted a website, www.novadebate.org. I don't know if Chris is in here. We had a student who volunteered to set up that website for us. He's supposed to be in class, so maybe he went to a different class now. And in order to pass my class, your class grade is 40%, class participation as a minimum, sometimes it's 50%, sometimes it's 60%. This debate represents 40% of their class work last spring. So those of you who were in here from last semester, if you would please take a quick bow for all of your work. They're in here hiding. And those of you from this semester, I know you're here because tonight's supposed to be class and you're required to be here tonight. So those of you who are here this semester, please raise your hands. Let's go. Politics is a very, very important thing to do, obviously. And with that, I would like to turn this evening over to Senator Mark Herring, in whose district we are currently sitting. Senator Herring.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to the 10th Congressional District Candidates Debate. And it's wonderful to be back in the auditorium of the Waddell Building. For those of you who don't know, the Waddell Building is named after Charlie Waddell, my stepfather, and one of my predecessors. He served in the state senate representing this district, the 33rd Senate District, from 1972 to 1998. And so it's great to be back here, and it's great to see so many of you here, especially the college students. It really does make a difference who we elect to represent us at all levels of government, whether it's in the White House or in Congress or in the state and local government. And it's important for all of us to stay engaged and involved, and I encourage you not just to leave tonight's debate and think about it, but also to talk to your friends, give them your impressions of tonight's debate, and help get them interested in this year's election. And now it is my pleasure to introduce tonight's moderator, my friend and colleague in the House of Delegates and General Assembly, Delegate David Poisson. David was elected to represent this area in the House of Delegates in 2005, and he was re-elected last year. He serves on the House Counties, Cities, and Towns Committee and the House Militia, Police, and Public Safety Committee. He also serves on the Substance Abuse Services Council and the Manufacturing Development Commission. He's of counsel to the Washington, D.C. law firm of Howe, Anderson, and Steyer. Please welcome my friend and colleague, Delegate David Poisson.
Thank you very much, Mark, and it's my great honor and privilege to moderate tonight's debate. I want to thank each one of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here. I'd also like to take this opportunity on behalf of the constituents of the Eastern Loudoun County to welcome you to the 32nd House District and to the Loudoun campus of Northern Virginia Community College. I'd also like to thank Dr. Rosemarie Pelletier, who has made it her life's passion to promote greater voter awareness and to engage her students directly in the way politics is practiced here in Virginia. And I'd also like to thank Dr. Pelletier's students who have given generously of their time and their talent to make this event possible. They have volunteered literally countless hours setting up outside, promoting the debate. They'll be keeping time tonight and researching the questions to which the candidates will be asked to respond this evening. Tonight, we are here to witness a debate between the two Democratic candidates for Congress in the 10th Congressional District, each of whom is vying for the right to represent the party in November's election. The candidates will each have 3 minutes in which to make an opening statement and 3 minutes in which to make a closing statement. The order of their statements will alternate between their closing and opening statements, as well as between each of their responses to my questions. Each candidate of whom a question is asked will have 2 minutes in which to respond. His or her opponent will then have 1 minute in which to rebut or comment. So let's get started.